Hello everyone. So first thing in the morning, this is what the BX looks like now. Now apparently this isn't actually quite right for an overnighter. So as you can see, the whole thing is basically sunk to the floor. Now I've been told that overnight it should actually stay up, and I've actually noticed that if I go into a shop for about, say, 10-15 minutes, come out and it's still raised itself up. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you start it up cold first thing in the morning. Now typically speaking, the lights here should go off almost instantly when you start it. Now that was the case when I first started using it daily. However, if you look now, that is the LHM fluid pressure for the suspension, or in general I believe. Now only when that starts to flicker out and go off does the suspension actually start rising. Yep, so it's just starting to rise up now. It's starting to flicker now. Yep. Hopefully we're even touching the back now coming up. Yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, what we've got to do is, I'm told what this is, the accumulator sphere. So you got a sphere in each corner of the car. Obviously you got it's either hydrogen or nitrogen, depending on which way around it is. But the sphere screws on, the top half, the furthest away from where it screws on, is the gas side. The lower side of the diaphragm is the LHM oil side. And basically what's happening is there's a accumulator at the front of the car, a high pressure pump. That then goes to the accumulator, and the accumulator essentially is holding all the pressure in the system. Now you've got a sphere there, but essentially is almost basically holding essentially a backup charge of pressure. And the problem is that before I got this car, two of the spheres have been replaced, two have been regassed. I can't remember which around it is between front and back, but all the suspension spheres on all four corners have been sorted out. That one I don't believe has, and the fact that it's dirty tells me it hasn't been done. So yeah, at the moment what's happening is, as I understand it, when it starts, the pump's having to work blowing overtime to build the pressure up in the entire system. And then once it's built that up, it's then charging the sphere up. But because the accumulator sphere is basically knackered, and therefore the charge isn't staying in it for very long, it means that even when it is running, if I say do this, you might be able to hear it. There we go, is it? Basically, when you operate the brakes, that is using some of the charge in the system, because on this car you've got steering, suspension and brakes all in one system. So when you, steering, but when you use some of that pressure to do something, it then has to put the charge back in. Now if that sphere on the accumulator is knackered, then the little click that tells you the regulator basically is kicking in, kicking out to build the pressure back up. The click will be very, very regular. If it's not a knackered sphere, then it could be up to a minute and a half. Yeah, I'm still getting my head around it all. But basically, the one this car is knackered as hell. I've got a new one coming which I was yesterday, and according to FedEx, I got the text this morning that said it should be here between 8:30 and 12. So theoretically, I've just chucked a pair of Mahus's wrenches in the boot. Hopefully we'll get it off. And yeah, just got to find out how the hell to depressurise it, because obviously, even though it's knackered, the hydraulic pressure is still there. It's just the gas side of the sphere that's gone. So yeah, hopefully change that, and you then won't have all the like height corrector valves and everything else on the car working overtime to make up the fact that that is not holding pressure. Because obviously that not holding pressure means that everything's got to work a bit more, because it's got to work more regularly, because that's not holding the pressure it should be. I hope that makes some sense, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it myself. But I just thought I'd show you as a little bit of a diary almost, what it's like to have the car, what it's like to live with the car when that is an issue. And yeah, it's a different, it's like going from a modern car to an old car with choke, and then you're thinking, why the hell is it choking away so much when it's on full choke? It's, you kind of got to learn to live with it, and learn with the fact that, okay, you've got to tweak that choke just right. But obviously this is with the hydraulic system, pretty much no cars these days have, besides apparently Teslas and Rolls Royces. So yeah, it's although it's not really alien concept, it kind of is when you're not used to it, which currently is me. So yeah, I might try and film swapping Sear over, not sure yet, but just thought I'd show you what the symptoms are on my car, because obviously for those of you that have never seen these systems before, it could be quite something interesting to watch. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it.